Good morning. On behalf of Star Group and Sutsnax, we are proud to have amongst us His Excellency Sheikh Sultan bin Rashid bin Hamad Al Nuami, the royalty with us. I welcome all distinguished guests, our partners, ladies and gentlemen, to this event to open our research lab at SRTIP. This is the most important assembly of our senior technology leaders around the world. It's being attended by leaders, promoters from our technology company in India, Belgium, Germany, Austria, Slovakia. We are excited, I'm sure you are too, and proud on behalf of Sharjah Emirates that we are doing this at SRTIP. I'm sure you may be thinking that you are just attending the inauguration of our R&D and validation lab. Sure it is. But it is the first step towards putting Sharjah and UAE on the world map of future technology-driven products. Please do not be fooled by the simplicity of the products you have seen displayed in the center of the hall, or you may see a little later on. Development of all these products have taken decades of investment in talent, experience, trial, and testing. Only then we are able to supply them to all our world-leading customers in defense, auto, space, aviation, medical industry, and also secret services. All of these will be widely used in trillions in the future. Mark my word, trillions in the future. In the industrial, consumer, safety prevention, and food industry. This is because all future product requirements will be for smaller, thinner, flexible, high-quality technology products. Many of those technology products are unimaginable to the common mind. We have a 25-year vision, and we know where the world is headed. Our products you see are much more complicated than the hard devices you see, like phones, PCB boards. Many of our products have many layers built on a very thin surface, sometimes dozens with micron-level precision. Layers, circuits printed one on top of each other, which is hugely more difficult than the hard devices presently being used. All devices that you see in the future generation products will have to use our flexible electronic products. They have no choice. Flexibility will be the future of the world, where safety and prevention and sensory perception, that's an important word, sensory perception, will be the key. Dexterity of all robotic hands will be the key to unlocking the use of billions of robots, who will ultimately replace most of the humans in at least the manufacturing space and most boring areas. They will be far more efficient than humans, and you will not hear complaints from any of the robots or flying taxis or drones. No more human trouble, my friends, from billions of drivers, pilots, customers, etc. This will create a third new big industry, way different from two other giant industries. The first one was hardware, and the second one was software industry. This is, for us, going to be a $10 trillion business industry where we will be the main suppliers in the future. This is based, I'm telling you, on a McKinsey report. I had a vision of $1 trillion business in 10 years' time. McKinsey says something else. McKinsey is saying in 25 or 15 years hence, it will be a $20 trillion business. And that's huge. If you look at this McKinsey report and the revenue for e-commerce, okay, we are not into that. We are into electric vehicles, it's going to be $3.4 trillion. Autonomous cars is $2.3 trillion. Batteries is going to be $1.1 trillion. Robotics is going to be almost $1 trillion. Air mobility is going to be $500 billion. Drugs is going to be $0.28 trillion. If we count all of this for us, where we are going to serve the industry, it's not going to be less than $7.8 trillion only within 15 to 20 years' time. And we want to be the leading company in the world to serve that industry. 3 industries that are going to be the greatest in the world: hardware, software, and the industry we are in, future technology, flexible electronics. That is the future of the world. All products that will be invented and put to use will require new generation of connectivity designs. So we are a design and engineering firm. We are already into the act. We are already 10 years ahead of time. Unlike you will see huge wiring that happens in the cars, none of them are even thinking about how do you make the wiring simple, flatter. We are already doing it. We will be designing, and not just designing, we'll be inventing them. And that's where innovation comes. Invention, prevention is the future. The flatter the circuits, the thinner the wires. When we say flexible, everything that's hard, this thick, will have to come to 50 microns or less with hardware components put on them, completely flexible. Even the semiconductors will have to be flexible in the future. Hard printed circuit board will become redundant, and flexible electronics that we are going to excel in will take its place, including electronic chips. Today, electric batteries are powering most of our cars. Will do so for robots, air taxis, but they are dangerous and overheat and catch fire. This is where we come in to develop safety devices to prevent fires, warn before devices burn out, and malfunction. Imagine air taxis falling from the skies, delivery robots falling from the sky. Catastrophe. Even if a few humans die in the future, that industry will be shut. We as a company will chase battery management devices very rigorously with an early warning system to prevent disaster. Future will have to be environment friendly, including power generation technology. Electric batteries, lithium, is not really an environment-friendly solution. We all know about it, how it's destroying Africa. Think about lifeless batteries in the future. Disposable batteries. How will you dispose of billions of batteries? Huge ones, especially the car batteries. How are you going to do it? Nobody has thought about it. They have a short-term solution. Let's set electric cars. What happens with the batteries? Which country are they going to dump it at? How poisonous the world is going to be? Technology has to change. It has to move away from lithium batteries. And that will change in the next decade, for sure, replaced by next-generation motors, and engines, at least for cars, robots, air taxis, which have motors. In this area, any type of failure will not be acceptable. It's about human lives, as Kalyani explained to us. Because the loss of life is unacceptable to us and to anyone that wants to implement these projects. Hence, many a product introduction gets delayed, even if technology exists for decades. Something like autonomous cars has existed for the last 20 years, still not been implemented. Safety and prevention is not happening. This is where our group of companies have a huge amount of future. Technology exists, but due to safety reasons, they cannot be introduced like autonomous cars, robots, air taxis, delivery drones. Companies like ours will be working for these safety devices with sensors to sense danger before accidents happen. This will hasten the adoption of advanced products faster and faster. All new power devices need to have safety devices to prevent accidents, because wherever there is power required, those products will have a propensity to overheat, fail, create fire, hazards, and accidents if elaborate sensing devices circuits are not used. Again, these sensing devices will need to be flexible, again, flexible, for movement and dexterity. If you're going to have billions and billions of robots, they need the dexterity. Today you see the robots all stiff because they know flexible circuitry inside, hardwired. Tomorrow, if you need to have human movement in anything you want, artificial, you need flexible design that flex according to our human needs. Real-time safety and instruction management is a fundamental requirement of future technology. Not just against heat, cold, but sensors to monitor chemicals, gases, food odor, and most important in the future, neurological changes. The biggest area is how do you save human health and lives. Neurological area is going to be the biggest breakthrough. Elon Musk has already transplanted chips inside. But in the future, there'll be flexible devices that will be planted in your liver, pancreas, kidney, heart, which blend with the softness of whatever tissue there is. And this is how future bodies will be monitored. Fundamentally, we know that sensors has a big future for our Austrian company, AT&T, which is represented here, which is a group company of Naxnova. They are specialists in sensing technology and thermal management. Our company, Quad, based in Belgium with manufacturing in Slovakia, is going to lead our thrust in medical wearable devices. They're going to get thinner and thinner. Today, we have medical devices that are fat, plastic. They're going to get thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. In the next decade, it'll be skin thin. That's when billions will be started to be used, and also the cost is going to come down. Quad will work together with our sensing devices for other applications. Our other company is HSP, based in Munich. We make automotive components, some very, very prestigious, for some very, very prestigious brands, and the greatest companies in the world, like Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, BMW, Bentley, Ferrari, etc. Our company, Naxnova, which is the holding company of all these European companies in India, is the largest precision printing company in the world. And because of that, we will become, and we are slated to become, probably the largest company in flexible electronics in the world. Put together, all our companies, we have a customer base of over 100 excellent, the top brands of companies in the world that we serve. All our company heads from India and all over the world are here presently to answer any queries you may have, so please do not hesitate to ask them. This area of making sure safety is guaranteed will become one of the biggest challenges in the future. We're going to take those challenges head on, and we're going to sort it out and solve most of them. Even if the future we draw power directly from the sun via giant solar satellites, we still need to control those devices that we use on Earth so they don't burn out or explode in case of hydrogen, lithium, or otherwise. Safety in oil and gas industry is one of the areas we will be looking into very seriously, because that's a very big safety concern. Even if various power and engineering technologies exist, lack of safety guarantee is what is delaying introduction of products by major companies. We want to accelerate this process, first by creating testing and validation process internally, hence the opening of these labs in India and Sharjah. Only then we can take our products to the world, tested, validated products to be used immediately, instantly. Home delivery by small flying devices, etc., are going to be seen in billions in the next decade, but only once the safety is guaranteed. Monitoring with sensors, along with AI in the future, is going to be a massively important task, and this is where we will be challenging every technology to bring in products. We have, not Naxnova, have a software lab in Pune, India, near Mumbai city, a tech city where we will make apps connected to real-time sensors via mobile devices. We also design, engineer embedded hardware and software to complete our offering. We are a complete solution technology provider. The biggest challenge will be to ensure robots do not go rogue. I don't know if many of you know that many people have been killed by robots in factories, but they don't publish it. I have information that do. I have intelligence around the world. Many people have been killed by robots in industrial situations. They don't put it out, but it's happening. This is the biggest danger for all of us in the world. Monitoring them via sensory and neurological devices, sensing how they think. They will probably be more intelligent than us. How are we going to sense that they are going beyond what human is telling them to use the intelligence? What if they start using intelligence on their own? That is the biggest danger. We will reduce that by trying to find devices that work neurologically too in the future. It may not happen in a year or two, but that's our vision for the next 10, 15 years. We will be specializing in sensory monitoring devices, and we will spend lots of money to develop these devices, millions and millions of dollars. We already spent $50 million on our labs around the world, and this is just a start. We believe that we must guarantee our products before we supply. The business is about precision printing and being one of the largest and the best in the world. Again, let me repeat, our holding company based in BV, Netherlands, all our companies, holding companies are based out of BV, Netherlands. So we are not actually an Indian company, but we are a European-run company with manufacturing worldwide. Each car will have thousands of sensors, so will robots, so will autonomous cars, so will air taxis, so will health monitors. Our companies have done research for decades, and now time has come for the usage and introduction of our products to new industries to explode in huge numbers over the next few years. All those products will have to be tested in specialized laboratories, and we have invested over $50 million recently in India and Sharjah to be leaders to ensure devices do not fail. Many of the products will go through destructive testing. So that is what will not fail if they come out correctly after destructive. This investment is required to guarantee us future leadership in future technology. We encourage all the department heads of private and government agencies to make sure you choose to test our products in our labs, either in India and Sharjah. We will do all destructive, constructive environment and electronic testing. Please feel free to introduce yourself to all our company technology heads. They will be around the products, and be free to talk to them about products, technology, to get a better understanding of the future. Your Excellency, Your Highness, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to see you come to bless our company today. Inshallah, we will not fail in your expectations.